Hello, my name is Tyrone Moore. I'm the President and CEO of VBS Hearing Solution. We're excited to be talking to our employer groups across the country on behalf of our brokers who want to come in and work with you on one of the most diagnosed health conditions in the workplace. Believe it or not, it's hearing loss. Hearing loss is the third most diagnosed health condition outside of arthritis and heart disease. Can you imagine your employees suffering from something that is so silent, but yet so uncomfortable for them to talk about when it comes to a disability? 46 million people suffer from hearing loss in our country. 350 million people suffer worldwide. If you can only imagine, 1 in 5 employees in your workplace are affected by hearing loss. The only problem is they might not even know it. It goes back to what we've done is we put in what we call a wellness care program. Wellness care is always looking to address someone's quality of life, whether it's in their personal life or in their work life, in order to bring a more complete quality of life on behalf of that worker. Sometimes you can do it under your health plan. Sometimes you have to go outside of your health plan or your health benefit plan to do so. We want to encourage you to sit down with your broker and talk about how you can solve this issue right now today. It's very simple. If hearing loss is the third most diagnosed health condition in the health system, but the only problem is hearing aids are very expensive. Therefore, only 20% of the people in the world who need a hearing aid are able to actually afford them. Hearing aids average $1,700 to $3,000 per device. That makes it almost impossible for the average worker to be able to solve this issue. So therefore, they just go without. We know that this is a day and time where they do not have to go without a hearing aid anymore because we've partnered with 5 major hearing aid manufacturers across the country who are willing to work with us and make sure we get these devices into the hands of your employees and they are affordable. We're talking about hearing aids now costing $300 versus $3,000. This is almost equivalent to a copay or deductible under your health plan. Yes, now you can bring to your employees the ability to take a hearing test right in the comfort of their workplace or at the comfort of their home. In 15 minutes or less, they can find out if they're suffering from hearing loss. We encourage you, under our wellness care program, let's have what we call a hearing test day. This requires your employees to come in, take a hearing test, and within 15 minutes, they would know if they're suffering from some form of a hearing loss. And if so, now you would be able to make available to them a hearing device for as little as $300. Problem solved. You're talking about how many of your employees are sitting in the workplace. I suffer from hearing loss, so I know how this works. You have employees come in the meeting, and you have all this important information you want to share with them, and it's going to really help your company grow and thrive. The only unfortunate part is 1 in 5 of those employees who are sitting in that meeting are not hearing everything that you are saying or discussing. And yet, they leave out of that meeting even more frustrated because they know they have to ask one of their colleagues what was said all over again. You know, that can be pretty annoying for a lot of folks. So we know that they suffer because they're not always speaking up. And if you can simply put a hearing aid program in place for your employees where they can take a hearing test and find out if they're suffering from hearing loss, and sure enough, provide them with a hearing aid for as little as $300, you would eliminate that problem altogether. The quality of their social life would have improved greatly. Their work productivity would improve greatly. Do you realize that if they're suffering from hearing loss, their work productivity is suffering by 50%? That was a study done by the World Health Organization. So we know how important it is. And we know in a lot of cases, our business owners, our employers, our upper management folks deal with their own parents, in-laws who are suffering at home with hearing loss, but yet they're on a fixed income and we know they can afford it. What if you, as an employee, could help your parents buy a hearing aid? Under our system, we allow our employees to help family members and friends address a very sensitive but important issue such as hearing loss. They can now purchase a hearing aid in the workplace via payroll deduction on behalf of family and friends. This is something that can drastically change their lives and those people around them lives, and that's the difference we want to be able to make. So I encourage you, get with your broker and share your concern or your willingness to look into our wellness care program on behalf of those who might be suffering from hearing loss. We want to thank you for taking the time to look at this video and learn more about how hearing loss can impact your employees and their entire structure of life, socially and in the workplace. We thank you again for your time, and we look forward to working with you. Make sure you contact your local broker and ask him or her about more information on our wellness program for hearing loss and hearing aid. Thank you, and we look forward to talking with you soon.